What episode number did you say it was? Sorry.
18.
Jesus Christ,
Wow, that is
Dave.
nice. What a nice
3
little
times
number.
now we've said it.
I don't give a
Jesus
shit. I'll ask again.
Christ.
Welcome into Actual Play Entertainment Presents episode 18 of Operation Blackstar. I think I've screwed everything up, but we'll just keep rolling with it.
You already have.
It is a Delta Green campaign with some of their written stuff because their writing is amazing, and some stuff that we put in because we're not quite as amazing, but we'll try to be. My name is Dave, and I'm the handler. I'm joined, as always, who's going to get top billing today? By Kurt, Joe, and Mike.
Yes.
I don't know.
Still the favorite.
Typical.
It's because you keep reminding me what episode we're recording, and everyone else makes fun of me, so fuck them. Thanks, Kurt.
Hey, Dave, I just want you to know that you're doing a great job.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate
Great
it.
job.
God, that's disgusting.
Hey,
Ugh.
Kurt, you got a little bit of
Yeah,
schmeg
get
in
out of
your
here.
nose
A little
there.
bit
Oh,
of
that's
schmeg?
why Dave's not
Little
wearing
schmeg?
pants right now. Okay.
I'm not wearing pants because it's hot in here, man. I'm very warm.
For everyone listening, he's not lying, and we're all really uncomfortable, but we're professionals. We're fucking professionals.
I could be
We
lying to
can
you guys and
anyways.
just trying to make you uncomfortable.
No, we
as we
saw
get into
earlier
Delta
in the frame when you had the frame wide. We saw you with no pants on. So there you go.
Oh, really? Oh, that's lucky for you guys.
I didn't know this was an OnlyFans account.
Oh, don't get into that again. We dipped into that the other day. Well, that's how it goes. For the record, it's not like I'm not Donald Ducking it. I got clothes on. I just don't have pants. So let's just get that straight right there.
Thank God. All right.
All right. Now that the listeners have that lovely image in their minds,
And they're all
let's,
scared and
skip over
freaked
the
out.
movie reviews and our favorite
Yeah.
foods and jump right into the game.
When people ask, why don't you do video? That's why. Well, now that we're all uncomfortable, like we should be, let's play Delta Green. The scene opens in a rural, oh my God, that word, rural juror, if anyone has ever watched. Fuck, what show was that? Oh my God, it's killing me right now. Rural juror.
30 Rock.
anyone. 30 Rock. When Jenna's in a movie and they're like, what's the movie? And she's like, rural juror. And they're like, I have no idea what the fuck you just said. It's fucking hilarious. But anyways, I digress. Let's get uncomfortable again.
I've been uncomfortable this whole time.
The scene opens in rural Nebraska. Grasslands everywhere. It's dark now. Headlights on. The rain coming down and the wipers going of the large black van bearing the USAF markings on the side. Who is driving again?
Oh, usually it's Saint.
Ray was.
Yeah,
I am.
Ray's driving.
Yeah.
Ray's driving. And then where would we find Sand? Are you just sitting shotgun?
He's probably.
I'm in the back working on Saint, making sure that he's okay.
Saint.
This guy's bleeding out in the back here.
No, he's doing all right. You did your first aid roll, and like we say, we play a game, so this isn't completely realistic. And he's going to be okay.
I mean, I spit on it and then rubbed some dirt into the wound and tried to hold it together with my hand, so I don't know how good he's really doing. But
Oh, I think he give Shudder a tracheotomy with a cut up Sprite bottle before or something like that. So we're all pros here, apparently.
Yeah, straight out of the textbook.
But Saint is still unconscious in the back of the van. Like the smell of like chemical disinfectant and ozone in the back of this van with the electronics on one wall, all sorts of cabinets and drawers that you guys haven't even really searched through. You guys have basically just gotten the fuck out of there. There's also a dead scientist in the back of the van wearing one of those large, reflective, oversized motorcycle helmets.
okay.
Ray's
In the
also
middle
wearing a
of the
helmet.
van is that lead containment unit that you pulled the lever and dropped the crystal into it to contain it, and it seems to, there's no humming, there's no anything. It's eerily silent in the van. You just hear the sound of the wipers, some of the displays of all the electronics on the side. There's some needles moving on some gauges and things like you're not even really sure what it's measuring, what anything. You guys have basically just GTFO'd out of Platt. Left
Hey.
Derringer's body behind, left your truck behind with the carbine in it, left everything and just vamoosed.
Dave, wasn't there a blinking blue light?
Sure was.
Yeah.
There's a few things still going on. There's some lights. The one thing with the blinking blue light is you notice that when you dropped the crystal into the containment unit, that's when that light
That's when
started
it went
to blink.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Saint, roll a d4 for me.
All right. I got my D10s out. I don't have my D4 out. Hang on. Okay, D4. Here we go. It's a 1.
All right. You slowly open your eyes with 1 hit point.
Mama.
And you hear the sounds of the tires on the road, the wipers going, your vision blurry, an extreme pain in... We'll say it was a crit, but we'll just, like, for the sake of ease of you being in the van and not near a hospital or anything, we'll say the bullet went clean through. It was just a crit. It was caught you by surprise. It was a good shot. It took you down. But it's not like you need, like, emergency surgery or anything. We'll just say you were lucky in that sense so that you don't have to have a backup character. That sound fair to you?
Okay.
Well, I like Saint. I want to see him keep going. So.
All right.
Mike does have a backup character.
Of course, he's probably got a
record.
fucking
I got
binder
4
full of them
backup.
on his desk right beside him.
Yeah, okay.
No, we'll keep going with Saint. I want to make sure I kill him properly. I mean, we'll just make sure that we're still having fun.
Okay. Bullet goes through his
Sand
eyes.
passed the first aid roll, so you are stable. You're obviously... This isn't D&D. You're not going to bounce up and be like, find thine enemy and destroy them. Like, you're hurt.
Right.
You're like...
Where did the
everything
bullet hit
hurts.
him?
Probably like
I don't
maybe
know.
upper chest, like underneath the clavicle, but like just narrowly missed the lung, maybe, or I don't know.
Yeah, I'm missing out. Yeah, sure. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, somewhere where it hurts. But you're not completely fucked. We don't have to rush you into a hospital. That wouldn't be as much fun right now. I like the sense of dread and paranoia we have. So you open your eyes a little bit. Sands over top of you. Shutters driving. And
Saint, you're awake. Ray, he opened his eyes.
His eyes flash open, and he doesn't like sit up because he feels like crazy amount of pain, but he like reaches out and like grabs you by the arm or whatever, and he's looking at you with his eyes wide and scared. And
It's okay. It's okay. You're safe. You're safe. Don't talk. Just rest. We got you.
Not to be the rules lawyer. Like maybe
Excellent,
I can
I
step
love
in.
it.
I can substitute.
Oh, sorry, that
Mike.
sounds like Joe, not Mike. That's weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
That sound like Joe.
That's weird.
Did Mike make a con save? Did he
Oh,
roll on some
we'll
sort
get
of
to
tape? Oh, okay, good.
Oh, yeah,
good,
yeah,
good,
no, don't worry. We're going to do the con save for that, like, permanent
Thanks,
injury
Joe.
Yeah.
there. This is weird. This is the upside down. I don't understand what's going on here.
Left is right.
Give me let's just do it now since it's been brought up nicely. Give me a con roll.
The dice are still cold.
Oh, one
Good.
bitch is up.
Okay. Come on. Come on. Yes. My favorite number, 21 under 50.
21 under 50. Okay. No, that's good. So yeah, it's you're a bit lucky in there too with the shot. But yeah, last thing you remember is just the glass on the door exploding and the blinds going crazy as the bullets came ripping through it, and now you're in the van driving down
Awake
the
in
road.
the back of a black van. Yeah.
We could even say that I took a few bullets through, right? Like just to really account for the damage, right?
Sure.
Because he fired a burst. Like maybe like one through the arm, one through the upper chest, like that. Okay, anyway.
Well, it's like a revolver, so it's just like a bang, bang, bang. So I was picturing like 2 or 3 shots. So
Okay.
yeah, you ate them pretty solidly.
I sure did. Okay. But I'm somehow alive.
So I just want to, before we get into the role playing, get into the scene, a little bit about, I guess, kind of what, like, let's say Saint's been out for, I don't know, an hour or so. So you guys have been driving, just basically getting out of there. You're in a van with USAF markings on it. What's the inner monologue of everybody? What is, like, what the fuck are you guys thinking? This is a little bit of fucked up.
Well, I feel like there's probably been some dialogue over the last hour.
Yeah, between you and Sand.
Yeah. I would imagine Ray just wants to get somewhere where we can kind of hold up, just maybe for a few hours, just to gather ourselves.
I would like to do that as well. I'm really worried that the van itself has some sort of transponder unit on it, and as much as we're trying to run away from the base, we're basically being targeted at the same time. And I'm picturing this like Air Force base kind of being in the middle of nowhere. So driving for 45 minutes kind of puts us 45 minutes from the middle of nowhere with the Air Force potentially tracking us.
Interesting. I wouldn't even think it was I would think it would be like Majestic or someone that would be tracking us like through their equipment that's in the van.
Yeah, let's just have you two role play a little talkie conversation while a little GM trick before previous to Saints waking up as you guys are
flashback.
You guys are driving, yeah. And I picture like it's flashback. like a UPS van, so it's got like you're sitting, but it's got like that door that would.
I imagine like a Sprinter van almost.
Yeah, and it's it's got the door to divide the back, so you can have the door open. Sand's in the back checking on Saint, so you guys can be talking. So yeah, let's get the conversation going. I'm just gonna sit back and drink some coffee here while you guys guide the show.
Ray, I feel like we got to get off the main roads here. It'd be nice to kind of get a little bit of downtime and dig through what's in this van. If we could maybe find a transponder and disable it or something. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like if we just run into town and like refuel this van at a gas station, we're going to be picked up in no time.
Fuck. We just got to get out of here as soon as possible. Ray's just punching it. Like round the corner out of the military base. It's like tires are squealing and he's pinning it down the highway. He's just asking Sand, is he stabilized back there? What the fuck's going on?
He seems like he's doing okay. He's not conscious yet. I think he's gonna make it. How much gas have you got?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, it's got lots of gas, man. They're just gonna fuck around and drive into an Air Force base with this crazy shit in here with like a eighth of a tank. So no, you got lots of fuel.
Yeah. We're good to Albuquerque.
Okay.
Shit. He's just like kind of panicking a bit.
I think we got to get the fuck out of here as a priority, and we got to figure out all this stuff in the van, and then we got to ditch this van. What do you think?
Okay, leave it to me. You just take care of Saint.
All right, you keep the pedal to the metal.
Once Ray's been driving for like 15 minutes or so, he's gonna ease off the gas. He doesn't want to draw too much attention, but he did want to create some distance initially.
Right.
And now he can hopefully try to like just get lost in the roads that are surrounding that area. I hope we're kind of closer to like civilization now. We're moving more from rural into urban.
That is your goal to go towards?
Suburbia.
Looking at
I'm looking for like industrial maybe areas. Somewhere where we wouldn't draw a lot of attention.
Well, you do have options. There is some small towns near you. I believe east-west would lead you into an urban area of sorts, or if you go south, then you'll stay rural.
Basically, he's not going to go into like suburbia, but he's going to go into like where maybe there's some like industrial areas or some larger buildings where like vans wouldn't really, if I'm driving like a marked Sprinter van that has like military markings on it into like an urban area, that's going to draw attention. But like
totally,
that makes sense. That's what he's going to do. He's going to drive it into part of town where there's like maybe like loading docks or maybe like box store country, still a lot of open terrain.
Okay.
But some buildings, maybe you can find a spot behind a big building where we can park the van.
Okay. All right.
Is the van very conspicuous out of curiosity? Like it has USAF markings. Does it have a big decal on the side and it's like obviously a U.S. Air Force vehicle, or does it just sort of have like a little military unit identifier on the bottom?
No, it's like it's marked as a USAF. Like it's obvious. If you drove by somebody and they were on the streets, you'd be like, hey, USAF van.
Yeah. Okay. And the back doors, we shot those out earlier. How are they looking?
Yeah, you blew like the locks off. Well, I imagine you can hold it close and like kind of get it latched, and even if you've got to like fucking tie the handles together with a cord or a rope or something to keep the doors. But you can't like close them securely and lock them anymore.
But they're not swinging open as we're
No, I
driving.
think you guys have figured out a way to keep them at least somewhat close. Yeah.
I just feel
All
like the van itself probably wouldn't draw too much attention because like I see military vehicles in like Home Depot parking lots. Like sometimes they're picking up material for like whatever, or I mean, there's like something you have to, some sort of little project they have to do on site somewhere. Like it's not weird to see I just saw one this morning when I was driving. It's not weird to see military vehicles on the road.
Yeah.
I'm not so much worried about that as how easily identifiable we are, and clearly MJ-12 has some sort of connection to Air Force resources and whatever else. So it's just not a hard vehicle to identify and find in an urban area.
We're gonna
is all
ditch
I'm
it
thinking.
soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Can Saint be maybe awake at this point? And,
Yeah, I'd say you start to
gasp
come
a few
conscious.
things.
Yeah.
Okay. So he grabs Sand again and says, oh, "Where are we going?"
We're gonna get you somewhere safe, bud. We're not really sure yet.
I can see the tracker. It's still going. You gotta pry that open and destroy it or turn it off. They'll find
Tracker.
What tracker?
What's he talking about, Sam?
us. The blue light. It came on when we sank the crystal. You gotta stop it.
Okay, I investigate the blue light that he's talking about. Does that seem like the blue light is indicating the containment unit is turned on? Or is that blue light looking like it's transponding?
When you go up to like the whole wall is like measurement instruments and stuff like that, and in the top corner is that blue light. You don't see any. It doesn't have any. There's no label like transponder or anything like that. It is just it is just the light flashing. Like, do you try to? Well, you tell me what. You don't see anything that identifies what that is. It does seem to be blinking steady, and then it'll get like a little, not erratic, but like it'll blink like say every 3 seconds, and then it'll be like 7 or 8 seconds, and then it'll blink again.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm trying to figure out if it is a transponder. I'm looking at the whole panel here, and I'm going to try to see if I can figure out what some of the controls do, or if I could turn any of it off, or if I could read what it's doing. I'm going to try rolling like a computer science.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, that's a 66 over 40.
Perfect.
Nice start to the day.
Good start.
Hey,
Good start.
while he's completely confused in the back, Ray's up front. He's driving, and he pulls out the flip phone, and he dials that last number again while he's got his hand on the steering wheel.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Before. Yeah.
Yeah.
It rings. It rings a few times. Let me think for a second. You're pretty smart, dude. You one of the things you notice, it rang 4 times last time, and someone picked up, and it's like the exact same. Right after the 4th ring, click, someone picks up, and nothing, silence.
It's Shutter. We have the package. You guys, it's hot though. If you're gonna help us, we need some help right now.
Tell him we need an extraction.
You want to drive this fucking van? He screams over his shoulder. Just figure out what the fuck those computers are doing. Is there any response?
Nothing.
Meanwhile, Sand is just in the back, like pressing random buttons on the control panel with no insight as to what they do.
Yeah,
With his elbow, with his fists.
Yeah, you see labels on there. It says like phase variance detector, and then it's got like a little needle in the chart. Energy discharge logger. Like there's just all these things where you're like, I don't know what the fuck any of this means. Resonance frequency monitor, terahertz range, just like all these technical things. Like it is obviously measuring something, and you're just like, I have no idea. You're pushing things. Nothing's really changing. The blue light is still doing its thing. There's other measurements and other lights on there, but it all seems to. Nothing's going crazy. You don't see like needles flipping all over the place, and like, you know, it's got like the lights on it that will light up when gets into certain ranges. Everything seems to be pretty chill on the instrument panel. All the mounted monitoring equipment, cables running down to batteries in the floor. Like it's pretty. It's more high tech than what you have any understanding of. especially with your shitty rolls.
What are you doing? You're doing it wrong. Why are you doing it like that?
I'm doing my best here, man. Jesus. I get discouraged when he's pointing out all the mistakes I'm making from lying on his back
I wish you're
bleeding,
still
and
unconscious. Shut up.
I go over to the dead scientist and I start rifling through his pockets.
Oh, interesting. Let's go back to Shadow just for a quick sec on the phone. There's no response to anything that you say. Do you?
Well, it'd be a real shame if this van just found itself parked in the middle of a Walmart parking lot unattended with this device going off in it. If you want to help us, I think you should send some help now. At least tell us where we got to go to drop this thing off.
Click. Hangs up.
Fuck. He smashes the phone on the floor of the van. Motherfuckers.
Get to a farmhouse. Find a farmhouse.
Shut the fuck up, Hector.
Whatever you do, don't drive us into a city.
Whatever you do. Sand, you go over to the scientist. Taking off the helmet. Just rifling through pockets. What are you doing? It's just there.
What's just there? What do you mean by that?
Like the body. It's just tell me what you do as you go over to it. You start rifling through pockets.
I want to just kind of investigate the whole thing. I'm trying to figure out if I can gain any understanding of what he was doing. I'm trying to see if there's it looks like a notebook fell from his hand when he fell dead. And I want to know everything that he has on him. So I'm going to check all of his pockets.
Oh, when you do go over and search his pockets, you do see a notebook beside him. You also search his pockets. You find around his neck, tucked into his shirt on a lanyard, is a black plastic key card.
Okay.
Searching his pockets, you find a data stick.
A data stick? You mean like a USB drive?
Yeah.
Okay. I grab all of those things.
Must have been massive, considering this is the 90s. Probably got like 10 kilobytes on it.
And man, when you got alien tech, it's surprising how small you can
Oh,
make
yeah,
data
that's right.
sticks.
That's right. The alien tech. That's right.
First, I take the key card and I try to compare it to the panel. Does it look like the key card goes in the panel?
No, you don't see anything that goes in. Looking at the key card, you see engraved in very small letters in the bottom, engraved into it, it says VT-17-lab.
Okay. I tuck that in my pocket.
There's also a label on the data stick that says Data
say?
Core D17.
D17, same number as the other one, huh?
Yeah.
There's not just like a laptop sitting there that we could plug this into, is there?
Not that you see. There's locked cabinets and stuff, so you can start rifling through shit like that. But no, you don't see a laptop anywhere.
Okay, I put the data stick in my pocket for now. I look at the notebook. Is there just the first few pages? I kind of rifle through the notebook quickly. Does anything really jump out?
A lot of it is equations and just like technical scientific jargon you don't really quite understand. There is definitely a few things that jump out as you're flipping through it. Dr. L is just how it's referred to as somebody else. Resonance amplification hypothesis remains unverified? ? See some other things in there, some other notes. Pulse output capable of widespread neuromuscular disruption, propagation radius unknown. It seems like it's what you're getting from looking through this is that they were testing something at Platt, testing something with this device in the van, whatever, and it's almost like this was just a scientist like taking notes as he's reading the instruments, like, okay, yep, this is what it's done, let's try this. Talks about like different power changes, trying different things like low frequency current reduces, resonance fluctuations, what happens if we dial this up. It just seems like this was a testing site, like an experiment, and this is the scientist who was overseeing all the instruments, making notes about what is going on.
And these notes look like they're from today. Like this is from this test.
Yep.
Okay.
You do see multiple mentions of a Dr. L.
Okay.
Seems to be that whoever this Dr. L is, I'm sure you can jump to some conclusions, seems to be like the person who's designed the theory behind whatever this is. And the one who seems to be, that this scientist was gathering information for, and this is who they're going to report to, and they seem to be the person behind it. So I'm sure with your big giant brains you can figure out who Dr. L is, but...
Yeah, I feel really stupid right now.
Same.
Oh, my bad.
Lepus.
There we go.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Of course, Sand is...
I was thinking of him as Adolf, so it threw me off.
Yeah.
I was like,
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of him as a scientist.
Yeah, neither did I.
Oh, yeah, you find lots of different things about this man as you get further in.
In the notebook, what do they reference the crystal as? Is it the object, the power source, the crystal? What do they say?
They don't refer to it as a crystal. Let me...
But you did describe it to us as it looked like a crystal. Is that right?
looked like a crystal, and if you remember, as you guys opened the door and you got close to it, your little fragment that you carry around
Oh, yeah.
felt like there was almost like a very slight hum or vibration to it. And it's the same color. It looks like
Right.
it's the same material.
And I was experiencing that almost resonant connection between the crystals or whatever in my pocket, which I've always kind of maybe imagined that. So I don't know if that's true, but did it stop when we pulled the lever and dumped the crystal into the
Yes.
containment unit?
Yep. It doesn't refer to it as a crystal or anything. You do see notes about sample lattice structure consistent with fragments recovered during 1987 Afghan incident.
What? That's in
Recommend-
the notebook?
Recommend cross comparison with Dr. L's archive samples.
Okay, you guys aren't going to believe this. I just found notes. So I tell these guys the whole thing about how I felt the crystal that I've been carrying around. And I think I've told you guys before, but I encountered this thing in Afghanistan. It's been a psychological disturbance to me ever since. I've had nightmares ever since I encountered this thing. It looks and feels the same as this crystal we found in the back of the truck. And when it was active, it seemed to be activating the crystal in my pocket. And now looking through these notes, it references Afghanistan when I was there, when I found this shard. And it's referencing it. I think I happen to have some of this material. And I pull it out of my pocket. And I'm holding it in my hand.
Great.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Ray in the front seat's kind of sarcastic. Great, awesome. And he's just continuing to drive, weave his way through traffic.
Why did you keep it with you if it was driving you crazy?
Man, I don't know if I've ever answered that question for myself. I was curious and somehow attached to it and couldn't let it go. It's the source of my problems, but also the answer to them. I just never quite got to the answer part yet.
Yeah, so the realization, actually, I'm going to make you have a little sanity check on that, I think. The realization that this whole time you've had Amigo technology with you or something to do with them.
Yeah, that does kind of rattle me because that's the one thing that really does scare Sand. He likes to fight things that he can fight, but things that he can understand.
Hey,
exactly.
Dave.
But
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Kurt. Roll your dice. Just a quick question
I
while you're
failed.
doing it. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, you take 1 sanity damage. We'll make it nice and easy for now.
To what? Helplessness?
No, that'd be unnatural, I think.
Unnatural, yeah. Sorry, when you were referencing, he was reading the notes, he was telling us about it. You mentioned Dr. L, right? And was it being written by Dr. L? Or was it saying, referencing that, they would, I got to report back to Dr. L on
I got to
the
report
findings.
back. Is this theory accurate on, the sensory distortion and all these other things? So it seems like they're testing theories, and this whatever's in this van is you get the idea from going through that this is almost like this was a tester, like almost like a prototype of something they're trying to figure out or develop, and the person behind the theories is Dr. L, who you assume is
Okay. Ray's just kind of like thinking that through his head while he's driving, and he yells back, "Take his helmet off! Who is that guy?" Because in his head he
that's a
thinks,
good idea.
"Oh, maybe that." Before he could put it all together, he said that, but he was thinking, "Oh, maybe that's Lepus that's in the back there with us."
When you took helmets off those guys earlier, could you recognize their faces? I thought their faces like exploded in the helmets.
No, that's what I assumed, but Dave said they weren't.
You could recognize the face. It looks like basically like if there was so much pressure in their brain that the inside of their head exploded, so like blood shot out their ears, pushed their eyeballs out, came out the mouth. But like if my inside of my brain exploded, you'd still see, like my beard and my, you'd be able to recognize a face.
Okay. I pull the helmet off of the scientist guy.
You do recognize this scientist. It is not Lepus.
It's fucking Boyle.
It's gonna be one of them. Yeah.
It is Boyle.
Yes.
So was that Rourke or Keen? I get them mixed up all the time.
I got that here.
He was
I can't remember.
in Groversville when you had Boyle and Parrish. Parrish was the one that did most of the talking, and Boyle was like the quiet guy who stood in the background.
Yeah.
He said maybe a couple things.
Boyle is Rourke and Parrish is Keen.
Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, so this is Rourke.
And that's his actual name. Boyle was a cover?
Yeah, Boyle was the cover. The only reason you know his name is Rourke is from all the stuff that Saint found in the green box, and that his background was science-based. He wasn't a Marine or a commando. Like this dude he's science-based. So this was what you assume is probably one of the lead scientists, one of the lead engineers that is in charge of whatever the fuck they're doing, and he reports directly to Lepus.
Did we notice or check enough of the other dead helmet guys to know if Keen would have been the other one?
You checked the other dead helmet guys. I can't remember if you checked them all, but we'll just say you did. But you don't recognize any of them. They're just run-of-the-mill commandos. No one that you've ever heard of or seen or mentioned. No, unrecognizable. You figure they're just like your common thugs. Your commandos.
Okay, if we were to go back to the DG field manual and look for what's next, do we have a contact? Do we have a drop box that we can reach out to in an emergency? Do we have anyone to go to? Our guy is dead. All we're doing is calling into a random burner phone right now. Do we have a way to reach out for help?
You're asking me? No.
Yeah, Curtis doesn't know what the right answer is. I'm curious what.
No, you're
Agent,
very
Agent
desperate
Kane would
question.
do. Yeah.
No, you. That is one of the things I had hoped to imply upon you, is that there is a sense of lost right now. Your handler is gone. You have no contact with anyone. You have this burner phone. You've phoned it twice. There's been no one there. You don't know if anyone's listening. Maybe it's like an automated. You have no idea what you're calling. All you know is you haven't heard anyone on the other end, but you've been spewing a lot of information into wherever this call is going to.
Have I? I think I've been very vague in my statements. I've said package.
It's hot.
Package could mean a lot of
hot
things.
package.
Yeah, it's hot. You did tell them before when you first phoned it that the handler was dead.
Did I say Derringer? What did I say?
I think you just said handler.
Yeah. Okay. All of a sudden, the van, you guys are in the back, you're not wearing seatbelts. The van just swerves real quick, and then you hear gravel on the tires, and it comes to a stop. Ray gets out of the front seat, climbs into the back. What's going on back here?
When you get back there, you find me picking myself up off of Rourke's half-dead body, being like, holy fuck, warn a guy next time.
All right, guys, I'm getting tired of driving around. My mind's racing. They're going to be following us. Saint, I think you're right. This thing's hot. That's probably a tracker beacon or something letting them know where we are right now. I say we have a couple options. Hear me out. Sand, you're good with explosives, right?
Yeah.
Lepus is going to be looking for this thing. I guarantee he wants it back. That's why that tracker light's on. Do you have access to any explosives? We have those grenade launchers and the guns. What if we park this thing somewhere? Rig it up. These guys come in, open the doors. Nice little 4th of July present for him, waiting.
It's a good idea.
Ooh, that is.
Destroy the evidence. Maybe take out one of their guys on the way. Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Like, use it when they come for us. Have it rigged up.
Yeah.
And threaten to blow it.
No, we just blow it. We'll be gone. No, rig it up on some sort of delayed fuse or rig to the door when they open the door.
Yeah, it could be just a wire, right? It could just be like the oldest trap in the book.
Yeah, or maybe we're sitting up on that building over there with eyes on
my
the
whole
van.
kit is hidden in the back of the truck that we left on the Air Force Base. I don't have anything to wire this up right now. If we could get some equipment, I could do it.
What do you need?
What do I need?
Radio
I could
shack?
probably rig something up. We do have explosives, I bet, with my military skills. What do you think about that, Dave? If I was to roll like a demolitions with the explosive ordnance that I have, do you think I'd be able to rig something up?
What explosive ordnance do you have?
I just really have a grenade launcher.
We have 2
and then
rifles with grenade launchers.
Yeah. There's definitely enough between the fuel and the grenades. There's enough to blow this van
There's
up.
a gas station up ahead. Go buy like 8 jerry cans from the gas station. Fill them up. Throw them in the back with the grenades. Massive fuel tank in this van. It's got to be enough to create a decent explosion.
It would definitely be enough. I'm more worried about going to a gas station than I am about being able to blow this thing up. I feel like the second we drive onto a gas station parking lot, we'll be identified.
It's leaving witnesses. Leaving a trail.
I don't have to pull up. I could just walk up.
Ray, can you give a shot at this panel? Have a look at this. It's Greek to me.
You got a roll for me there?
Give
Give me
shit. He's like looking at it all, the blinking lights.
I'm like, I tried
this
to
is
pull
the
this
90s
one
and
I
Ray's
pressed
already
that
a boomer.
Button.
Everybody give me a SIG int again. I know you failed it before, but let's have another one here and see if you guys.
I have 0 in SIGINT, so
What do I got?
I don't think it's gonna work.
God.
I have the 0 in computer science. I'm trying to look what else here.
Trying to read Mike. Is that oh my god?
I did it. I
Oh,
did it.
I failed. Nice.
I got it. So I have SIGINT 20 and I rolled a 10.
Oh,
Yes.
so you figure if it is some sort of transponder or tracker where that blue light is flashing, if you open up, usually it's an isolated
box.
device.
Yeah.
So pry open that control panel. See what's up in that corner.
You still didn't do what I told you to do. You gotta pry open that box. You gotta get in there and cut the wires. Come on. I fucking do it myself, but I...
Okay, take it easy.
Fucking
Take it easy.
shot.
Rest. Shut up. Kind of annoying right now. He's gonna get up there with whatever he can find that's close by. Try to pry it open.
Yeah, you pry it open and Saint is bang on. You see it's not hooked up to any of the control panels. It's an isolated device. You see it's got a few wires and a small antenna on it. You figure it is some sort of transponder. It seems to be erratic with the lights flashing. Perhaps that's from the pulses or whatever. You feel it's probably not working as accurate and as well as it should, but it's definitely trying to put out some sort of signal somewhere.
Is it its own contained
Yes.
unit with a power source just in there behind the panel?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. I pull it out of there.
Okay.
Hold on. Whoa.
Okay. I go to pull it out of there and then I stop.
Yeah, raise hand
Too
goes over
late.
top of your
Too late.
hand.
No, I'm just joking.
Whoa, hold on. Don't break it. Maybe we can keep this thing powered up. Stick it on another van somewhere.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, keep it powered up and get it out of here. It's a great idea.
We gotta take a sec. We gotta pause here. We're kind of all frantic. Let's take a little second and think about this.
Dave, can I ask you, the container that has the crystal in it, like how big was the crystal? Are we talking like a couch cushion, or are we talking a football, or what are we talking about here?
Long and cylindrical, maybe like two fire extinguishers stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Okay, so
dropped
it's not-
down into that lead containment unit, and it seems completely sealed. Looking around at the lead containment unit, you see it's bolted to the floor.
Okay. All right.
It's got like
Is it-
dampeners on it, like it's almost expected to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Is it
like to
powered?
reduce the impact of driving around in the van and stuff?
Yeah,
It's got,
like
little shock absorbers.
Totally. Yeah.
Is it powered? Is it like
Yeah,
hooked
there's
up to anything?
cables that run into the floor. Judging, looking at the instrument panel, it also has cables that run into the floor. So you feel like the space between like the actual floor of the van and the floor that you're standing on, there's like, it's all rubber and bolted down. That there's probably like lots of cables and batteries underneath. Like it's a completely contained unit with its own power source in there.
Yeah. Part of me was thinking,
Okay.
like, could we rig the van to blow, but take the crystal with us wherever we end up going? I don't know.
We would need to detach it, and it might need that power source to remain stable or whatever is going on. My opinion is that we need to pull some sort of maneuver with this transponder, like Ray suggested, get it onto a train or a bus or something for a little bit of misdirection, and then find a place where we can hide and dig into this van a little more. What do you guys think?
Yeah, at the very least, it'll buy us some time.
Yeah.
All right, can I pull it out, Ray? The transponder, I mean?
Okay, but hold on. Are we giving up on the whole blowing this thing up and trying to take out some other guys along the way? What's the deal here?
I think we need to buy ourselves more time. If we're just sitting here with the transponder sending out a signal, we're sitting ducks. But that's a great backup plan. If we can get ourselves safe and get through all this information and then deploy the van as some sort of booby trap, I think that's a great idea.
They have
But-
helicopters. They could be just minutes away.
That's
We
what I'm
gotta
saying.
move fast.
We got to get them off our tail.
Okay, Ray takes his hand off yours.
Okay, I gently start to pull the transponder. I lift it up. I've got my knife in my hand and I'm lifting it up and making sure that it's not connected to any wires or anything like that. And if it looks clear, then I'll pull it out of the little compartment that it was in.
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, you get your knife and you slowly pry it out to be careful not to damage anything. And yeah, you're holding a transponder in your hand. The blue light, like it was like a little hole in the control panel, so the light's on there, and you see it's the same thing. It flashes,
So it's self-powered.
does its thing, and it seems damaged just by the way the light is blinking kind of erratically. Doesn't seem like it's producing the perfect signal. So you might feel like, okay, well maybe if this is transponding something, maybe it's not as accurate. Maybe they don't know exactly where we are. It's sending out a signal for sure, but it does seem a little erratic and perhaps damaged. We figured
We
like,
should
all
be
those
dead
pulses
already,
and all
but
that.
we're not.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
it's self-powered is what you're saying, because it's removed, but it's still operational.
Yeah,
so there's some
self-powered
sort
for sure.
of battery in there.
Let's try to
Um,
find a truck stop or something back along the road there where we can find a moving vehicle and chuck this transponder in it.
Yeah, maybe there's even like a bus stop. Something.
You said we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. What's going on around here? Are we seeing farmhouses or businesses?
It's kind of like a
of any kind?
semi-rural industrial area.
That's where
That's
you
what
were
Ray was-
aiming to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're on the edge of a small town.
Okay.
And I can't remember. I did have a list of little towns that were in the area, but I can't seem to find. But yeah, you find yourself on the edge of an urban area, a little industrial. They're small towns. There's no big cities necessarily near you unless you wanted to try to.
Maybe there's
find
some
one.
sort of like warehouse, like receiving center, shipping center, or something like
Yeah.
maybe San
And
suggested.
it's late at night,
Maybe
so
some like
it's-
semi trucks backing in and out, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's late at night, so there's next to no one around. You don't see anyone. It's just
Okay.
dark and rainy and quiet.
Okay, so
We're gonna act
we're
fast.
driving around looking for something active where we could put this in a vehicle that looks like it's going to leave. I don't think we want to put it in a vehicle that's going to sit in the same place for 8 hours. Do we see, is there like a bar?
This will be a tough roll. This, like you say,
Can we
it's
all
not a
roll it?
populated area. It's late at night.
I've failed every roll so far today. Does anybody else want to roll this?
No, it's your idea.
Because we're all looking, but we're all looking for like a spot.
Nah, that's not as fun.
22.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Critical success luck.
That is critical success luck, which is unfortunate for me. I didn't want you to find a spot, I suppose, but you know, okay, so you find like what? Okay, well, let's get a little bit of input from you guys. What would make you're in like a non-populated area? There's next to no one around. It's late at night. What would make sense? Like you say, it's a crit, so you find something that you're kind of looking for. So what would it be like?
We come across like it's a ranch, but it has some sort of like highway side business kind of thing. They're running sort of a decent sized farm stand, grocery store kind of deal. And we find the lights are on and there's 2 trucks. And, you know, they'd been doing a nighttime delivery and it looks like they're done and one of them's going to leave now.
You know what? I love that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's early morning. They're farmers. They got to get their shit there by daybreak. So yeah. So
we tuck in there, pretend like we're trying to see if the place is open, but they're not open yet because it's too early in the morning. And we sort of mill around and piss on the tumbleweeds. And then when no one's looking, I stuff it.
No, I think we should play this out a little bit more. Some rolls
a little too fast.
So yeah, so you guys are parked a little bit.
I was kind of hoping we could yada 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 this and just kind of keep going. A little montage and some music, and then
it's fun to me. I want to see if Sand has to execute some farmers in the middle of the night.
Ooh,
so you find a place and you scope it out, and you, like you say, there seems to be some activity. You see a couple delivery trucks that look like they're going to get ready to pack up with their produce and get somewhere for daybreak. To the stores, the markets, whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan?
All right, Ray, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna walk to the left side of the vehicle, sort of the left side of this building here, but all the trucks are on the right side.
Yeah.
We can tell from where we're parked out in front. I'm gonna just wander over there like I'm gonna take a piss, and I'm gonna go around the back of the building. I'm gonna pop out on the other side and try to put this transponder in one of the trucks. If anybody looks suspicious, I need you to create a distraction.
Okay, no problem. Hurry up.
All right. So I go do my thing. I look casual. I stop. I take a leak.
Are you trying to stealth, or are you just wandering around like not?
At first, I'm not trying to stealth. I'm just like a guy that got out of a truck and wandered over there. Nobody cares. They're just doing a delivery. And when they stop paying attention, or when it looks like they're not really eyeballing me, then I try to stealth around behind the building.
Interesting. If I was a farmer getting ready for my midnight delivery for morning, and then just some random dude, which I assume has blood on him, then considering you were taking care of someone with a severe gunshot wound, was found wandering around my stand or vehicles, I think that would be unsettling, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Give me a luck roll.
I just don't understand why we would go up to somewhere and just be like in plain sight. Like, why would we not just pull up? I drop you off like a block away. You could stealth up from the back of the building.
That's kind
like,
of
why would we even bother pulling up into the parking lot and just like, don't mind us. Like,
yes, sneak up, stick it on there, get out of here. But hey, man,
exactly.
All right, that's a better plan than mine.
Shutter's like, wait, hold on a sec. What are you doing? All right,
that's a good idea.
Give me a stealth roll then.
Okay, so Shutter talks me out of it. He drops me off a ways away in the dark, and I start stealthing up to the back of this place that we've scoped out. I rolled an 82.
Under.
You are on fire today.
What is your stealth score?
53.
Oh, I was going to give you a plus 20 on that,
too.
so that's still an 82 over 73. Okay, as you're getting up to plant it, you hear footsteps behind you, and you hear, "Hey, is someone over there by my truck? Who's over there? Is that you, Dennis?"
Yeah. Is this Route 13 over here? I've been lost in the woods all fucking night. Can you tell me where the hell I am?
Route 13? No, you're on, I don't know how they name their roads in Nebraska, but it's like Rural Road 41.
Okay, well, I broke down back there trying to find Route 13, and I've been just wandering through these hills. I point back off in a weird direction, sort of where I was coming from.
No, you gotta hightail back though. Over there, turn around, go east, and then you'll meet up with Route 13. You're going the wrong way, my friend.
Oh, okay. You got a phone I could use by any chance?
I'm gonna make a roll for him.
What's the farmer's hint?
That's a pretty. You see him kind of squint and look you up and down, and you know that you've got some blood on you. You okay over there? He takes like a little bit of a step back.
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a long night. You know how it is.
Yeah, you need a phone, huh?
Yeah, I'd like to get out of here. I've been walking all night.
I'll be right back. And he takes a couple of steps back, and you see him. He leaves, and as he gets out of your sight on the outside of the van, you hear his footsteps pick up pace a little bit.
Interesting. I'm gonna follow him.
You're
I'm gonna watch and see. Yeah, he's heading towards the building.
Yeah, he's heading back towards like his farmhouse. Like his. You see a couple lights on in there. You see, he kind of looks back, and you see him. He's in a hurry. You have good humint? No, your humint is dog shit, isn't it?
I have medium humint.
Well, tell me your score. You might not need much.
34.
Pardon me?
34.
That's even good enough, man. This man is unsettled. He does not like what's going on. He does not like that he found someone snooping around his shit. And you feel that he doesn't believe your story, and he sees blood on you, and he's not comfortable with this situation at all.
Okay, I just abort mission and book it to the rendezvous point and leave this guy alone.
You don't put the transponder anywhere? You still have it with you?
No, I still have it.
Okay. Shutter. Sand comes running back to the van.
Oh my god!
Hit it.
Fuck! Like
Drive.
Yeah,
That guy just called the cops on us.
I peel out
We
of
need to
there.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm booking it.
We need another. This guy didn't see the van, so he can only describe me.
No, he
as
can only
bloody.
describe you. He didn't see anything. He just found you snooping around his shit.
All right, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
This guy's calling the cops.
obviously. Yeah, we need to find another place. Fuck, that was the perfect spot. It was so lucky.
It was so
find
lucky that we found that. I can't believe that it went down like that.
Ah, God, damn it! Let's just toss it out the window.
Is there? Okay. You think we could toss it into a truck? What time is it? You said it's getting earlier in the morning.
No, it's late. It's like middle of the night.
Middle of the night. If we just toss it out the window, I think we need to do it somewhere where we can change direction. If we just toss it along this road, they're gonna be able to discern which direction we went from here, I think.
The next time we get to a four-way intersection, just drop it there. They won't know which way we went.
Yeah, Ray's
All right.
just gonna keep driving. He's gonna just try to get away from this location. Get lost in the roads again. There's probably maybe one or two police units now looking out for. Well, they don't know we're in the van. They're maybe just
No,
looking
they're
out
just
for
this guy. Even
sand.
if you don't know
Yeah.
if he's calling the cops, you don't know if he's going to get a shotgun. You don't know if he's going home to
Yeah.
hide.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's just. If he does call the cops, he's gonna be like, yeah, some dude wandering around my barn and it looked like he had blood on him or whatever. So it's not like you guys are really gonna get tracked. You feel pretty confident. Just get the fuck out of here.
All right, I'm sitting in shotgun while Ray's driving, just looking for a good opportunity to dump this somewhere. You know, maybe we pull up to someone at a four-way and I can throw it in the back of a truck. Maybe there's a turn that seems like a good opportunity and we're going to turn and I leave it behind or something. Just sort of keeping my options open, looking for businesses.
How big is it?
Whatever.
It's small. It's like the size of like a fucking Sony Walkman. You know, it's not very big.
Okay.
For you kids out there listening, a Sony Walkman is something we used to put tape cassettes in and then listen to, where we had our music.
For you kids listening, tape cassettes are something that existed before.
You may remember
MP3
what a
files.
CD is. It's like that sort of, but shittier and smaller and more rectangle shaped.
Yeah.
You don't find, like you say, it's late and it's urban. So like you feel that you could drive for fucking hours and not see anyone. So like there's many 4-way stops where you look and it's like country road for fucking miles in every direction. If you want to just, like you say, throw it in a ditch there, you find many of those opportunities. But like if you're looking for another vehicle to like toss it out into the back as you're driving by, you don't, like, it's far and few between.
Are there any buses?
No.
Okay, just toss it out the window, Sam.
Yeah.
We gotta get rid of this.
I wait till he
quick.
stops, and I jump out of the car at a 4-way stop, and I place it in the ditch just to make sure it doesn't break.
Oh yeah, like a little, put it in a little culvert or something like that, or just
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. So now you feel pretty comfortable that you've got rid of whatever is what's coming after you, or tracking you in any sort of sense.
All right, phase 2 of the plan is to find a good hiding spot so we can strip this van down and or booby trap it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the van into more of a urban suburban area. I guess it's late at night, so there's nothing that's open, really.
No, nothing that's open.
Yeah.
As you start to drive, Darren's cell phone rings.
Oh shit.
I reach over to the floor while I'm driving and trying to like,
where you threw it on the
steer us
floor.
off the road. Like, reaching for it.
Make a drive roll. Just joking.
Maybe I actually, if Sand's in the passenger seat, he could just pick it up. That's kind of where I threw it, was on the ground of the passenger side.
I open the phone and press accept call, but I don't say anything. I just hold it to my ear.
It's silence for a few seconds, and then you get, stop calling that number.
Who is this?
If you want to live, do not call that number again.
Where do we go?
You have the van.
Correct.
Listen carefully. Avoid all population centers. Drive south, stay rural, find a spot to hide. Secondary roads only. Avoid the highways.
How far south?
What are they saying, Sand?
Just find a rural area and hide. You're being watched.
I hold the phone away from my face and I say, they say we're being watched. We need to go south, and we need to stay hidden on secondary roads, no populated areas, and stop calling this number.
Who's watching us?
Who's watching us? I ask in the phone.
You don't need to know. Your handler is dead. I'm the closest thing you have right now.
Are we
Click.
in... Fuck. I toss the phone back on the ground. All right, he didn't say much. He said our handler's dead. This is the best we have. Stop calling this fucking number. Drive south. He didn't say they would report back. Didn't say there would be help. He said don't get fucking spotted.
Awesome. Amazing. So much help.
It's
How do
a
we do this shit?
Okay, we need to head south. Are there maps in here or anything like that?
no.
Saint, how you feeling back there?
I'm gonna leave in all this coughing because this is just Saint choking on his own blood and dying in the background. You're doing a great job playing a guy critically injured.
Yeah.
At least I'm getting my audacity turned off every time I do it. Fuck, sorry.
Oh, I want to leave the coughs in, man. I'm gonna edit them in. This is
No,
Saint.
no, I
Just like-
liked it. I liked it.
I didn't think about that.
Is he rested up? Has he gained any more hit points?
No.
What?
No, he's lucky to have one and be somewhat conscious.
I was actually gonna mic myself as I do from time to time, and ask, do I have to do a sanity check
For
dying?
almost dying? A near-death experience? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
Violence?
fun. Let's
pretty
do
violent.
one, and then this will also, give us a little bit of insight on how you're handling this situation, I suppose.
Sure. Okay, here we go. Wow. 45 under 46.
Nice.
So you're barely handling it well.
No, that's a good roll.
That's a
Delta
good
That is a
Great.
good roll, actually. That's like almost
Yeah,
the best
Price
roll.
is Right
Crazy.
rules, baby. Closest
Crazy.
without going over, man. That's a pretty good roll. You're actually handling this quite well.
I've been
Is there anything
shot
like
before.
I know you're obviously very hurt and you're in the back. Is there anything like you want to do back there? We've just been kind of like letting you lay there and wrathfully give instructions and annoy your coworkers.
No, I think that's what he wants to do. I want to be as annoying and instructive as possible.
I love it.
Killing it.
Don't turn that way. Go the other way.
Are you sure it's south?
Did they say
Saint says,
we were being
do you
watched?
Do you need medical assistance, Saint?
No, I'm
worried about you.
fine. Yes, I need medical assistance, but we've got to keep you guys safe.
He won't die without medical
Holy
assistance
shit,
to
Sandy,
stabilize him, but
sounds
he's
like
not going to
ass.
recover hit points at a very good rate as of now. But
Okay.
he won't die.
I don't know that.
Yeah, that's fair. Sand would
Ray
know that.
doesn't
He's the
know
only
that.
one with a half-decent first aid score, even though... Well, Saint would know too. He's been going to school.
Yeah, it's 14 now. Come on.
I would say that we need to find a way to navigate south on rural roads. And I feel like we need to find like a backwater gas station or something in order to pull that off. We can't go into a urban center, but we need a map. What do you guys think?
Well, you could just get a map at a gas station. Like a park a block away from the gas station. You walk in, buy a map, come back to the van.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we need to
Um,
look for like an old farmhouse somewhere with a barn that we can hide this van, get it off the road.
There's got to be like endless dirt roads where it's just we could hide it like behind like a stand of trees or something.
1,000%. Yeah. No, this is like rural buttfuck nowhere. There's many places you can find a country road, find one that's even, a dirt road, and then find one that's there's many places to hide. It would not be hard for you guys to, like you say, hide in under a little grove of trees or behind a stand of trees. That's no problem at all.
Okay. Well, Ray's going to do that. And we're just going to head. They
Yeah.
said south. He's going to drive south. He's going to try to avoid the highways. He's going to stay on the back roads. And he's going to, I guess, find this perfect spot where he could hide the van for a bit. He parks it, throws it in the park. Great. Now what? I swear
let's
this is my
fucking
last mission. I'm so sick
Tear
of
this
these
fucking
pricks.
van apart. I'm gonna start. Is there tools in the van?
Ray's gonna get out and have a smoke. He's gonna walk around the van, just taking a break. Kick the dirt a
Are
bit.
there?
Are there tools? Yeah, there's some tools. You find some like the pry open. There looks like there's tools there if they need to, do some maintenance on the van or something while the experiment is going on. So yeah, you do find some tools. There's also like a bunch of cabinets that you could like breach into and search. There's still quite a bit in the van that you guys haven't really looked in.
Okay. Well, let's start tearing into that stuff. I'm gonna look in the cabinets first.
Okay. Yeah, you break open a cabinet and you find like some like locked boxes. You pull them out and open them like little cases, and you find all sorts of scientific equipment. You find like Geiger counters that are like top-notch military grade.
When I find a Geiger counter, I'm gonna turn it on.
Hmm.
Do you know how to use one?
Yeah, you turn it on, and then it goes click, 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 click. If there's
Yep, he's right.
if there's
Okay.
radiation.
Oh yeah, that makes
he's
sense.
right.
You find all sorts of like electromagnetic flux meter. There's a portable spectrometer, like all these things used to measure. You turn on the Geiger counter and there's nothing.
No radiation.
No radiation.
Okay.
No.
Good. I turn that back off. Put it away. Do I find anything other than scientific equipment?
No, there's
in
lots
these
of like
cabinets?
PPE. You find more, like a couple of those helmets locked away in lockers.
Okay.
Lots of
A couple or 3 of those helmets?
You find there's 2 more helmets.
2 more helmets, and the scientist is wearing one, and Ray was wearing one earlier. So there's 4 in the van?
Gross. Yeah.
While he's doing that, Ray's gonna grab Boyle and just drag him out of the back, roll him into some ditch underneath a bush somewhere,
Okay.
cover him up with some branches.
As you're dragging the body into it, your pager goes off.
On my hip, I just kind of like look down at it. What does it say?
It's Tartine's number, your boy.
Oh, back at the office.
Yeah.
I just ignore it.
Okay.
I can't do anything with it now. Oh. Interesting. But there's a message. Like I remember like some of the more modern higher tech pagers would actually have like a readout. You could send a message to a pager.
We've already determined you have one of those nice high tech ones as well. Yeah, there's a little message, basically just you up? Call me.
The fuck does he want? If he's thinking about it as he's dragging Boyle's limp body into the ditch, gives it a kick with his heel as it rolls over.
All right.
He goes back into the van and he grabs that cell phone.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you go back and grab the cell phone. Sand, as you're going through the stuff, a lot of it is like you find rubber gloves, sterile surgical kits, heavy plastic sheeting, duct, like all sorts of just random materials and supplies, full respirator gigs. You find a sealed radiation suit in one of them. There's just lots of, like I say, PPE, scientific measuring devices, all that kind of stuff that would be consistent with like field experiments and all that kind of shit, if that makes sense.
I'm going to grab the surgical equipment in case we can use it for Saint.
Okay. You also find in one of them, like a locked cabinet, more paperwork. You find a binder, a 3-ring binder that, hold on. A lot more technical notes, and these ones you see, like it's almost like this is like instructions of what they're supposed to do, and it's signed by Lepus, like it's his direct link to Lepus and this experiment and all this shit.
Interesting.
He is
Okay, I sit
definitely like he seems to be the one driving this.
And these are instructions for using this crystal in the experiment.
Yeah, exactly. What to monitor or what to do.
Do the notes appear to be like internal MJ12 memos to their scientists, or does it seem like Lepus is recruiting externally for scientists?
No, this seems internal. It doesn't necessarily mention Majestic, but this isn't like, it's not Air Force stuff either. This is something different. Some of the phrases that you go through and you look at, a lot of it is just photocopy documents of just like different tests and different things, as they seem to be like they've already run some tests. Now this is like the field work. This is what you seem is they've done testing, and then this is the first time whatever this crystal is, if it's some sort of device or weapon, you have no idea. But this is the first field test of it. Non-terrestrial energy. It talks about the containment cylinder and like emergency shutdown procedures, like to lock it in that thing. It refers to this as Project Violet Tear, which I believe
Oh yeah,
you've heard before.
Yeah, I saw a mention of that in the green box.
It's got like
What?
containment protocols if shit goes sideways, all that kind of stuff. You see another folder in there that contains like military transport authorization papers, like what you figure that like they can use to get into Plat. There's more paperwork that authorizes the movement of what they refer to, and you figure that this is maybe what they call this van and what's in here. Prototype Power Core D17 assembly. There's incident reports, very, very shortly worded and very clinical. Like 2 personnel suffer temporary paralysis after initial pulse. Subject reported sensation of heat from fragment. Technician reported auditory hallucinations after prolonged exposure. It just talks about like they've been testing this shit on people, and now this is like, let's go to Plat and test it on a bit of a wider range. Whatever this is, this is some sort of experiment. This is they're still trying to. This is a prototype.
And the codename story, I didn't catch it. Was it Violet Terror?
Violet Tear, TEAR.
Got it. Thank you.
You said power core? Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
No, it's okay. Saint wants to ask Sand something. He's been thinking, and he's looking at Sand go through all these papers. He says, Sand, you said that you saw this crystal or one like it in Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Was it in a hole in the ground? Like, was it a meteorite or something that landed here, or?
No, it was sitting on a table in a basement in the middle of a building in Afghanistan. We were sent as bomb defusal, but people couldn't get close to it without being impacted
going
by
insane.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
then-
direct like correlation to what happened to you in Afghanistan with your squad and your troops. That's kind of what's going on in Plat. Like it amplified. I don't really know how to explain. You know what I mean? It not necessarily made people go crazy, like, but it fucked people up, man. And it seemed to pull on like maybe some of their traits and amplify them. Like, not everybody was violent. If you remember the lady in the control tower, she wasn't crazy and violent, but she was like fucking neurotic.
OCD.
Yeah, like maximum
Mhm.
OCD. Like, you never seen anyone like it before.
How long ago was that, Sand?
What year are we right now?
95?
97?
97?
That was almost 20 years ago now.
20 years ago.
Or sorry, 10 years ago.
10 years ago. I hate how every time I think I'm starting to connect some dots, something doesn't make sense. It seems clear to me that Migo are in league with Majestic. Migo's giving Majestic, alien technology that they can use to test weapons, and Majestic's protecting Migo research operations like they were doing in Grover's Field. It's a real deal with the devil. But I would have thought that Migo would have given this crystal directly to Majestic, not that it would be found in a goddamn bunker in Afghanistan.
It's so funny that you say deal with the devil, because up until these last few weeks where we've been connecting this to the MyGo, it has felt deeply evil and demonic. And the nightmares that it has given me have been more of a spiritual or religious nature than any sort of extraterrestrial. It's not until the last few weeks that I even considered it to be an extraterrestrial artifact.
That's strange you'd say that. I mean, I think we've been assuming that the Migo or MyGo are just some kind of alien race, like the Greys that we see. But I mean, what if there's something else? This is the reason, the conspiracy sort of exists. We know that there's more than just aliens out there in the world. I've been on a few operations where I've seen some crazy shit, and it didn't have anything to do with aliens.
What are you getting at, Saint?
I don't know. Maybe the Migo or Migo or something different, something older, something more ancient, even than aliens in our universe.
Or they have the ability to project fears into your own mind, and the things that we see, resonate with the fears and the memories that we have.
Yeah. Oh, you're probably right. It's probably just that. I'm not thinking too straight. I'm tired.
You should rest up, bud. This is some heavy stuff. But I don't have any answers. It's definitely getting weirder and weirder.
As you're going through a lot of the files and stuff like that, as you guys are parked, there also seems you've seen 17 a lot, like D17 as a designation. When you go through too, it seems to be like once this test at Platt is complete, then the next step is to move it to what they refer to as D17 test facility.
Oh, okay.
You don't really know. It doesn't have a lot of this shit too. It's still, there's redacted stuff all through here, but you know that there is another stage, another place that they're expecting this. I don't want to refer to it as a weapon or you don't understand what it is, but there seems to be more to this. This is like the initial test. Platt is the initial test site. Let's try this out. If everything goes as planned, we move on to the next stage.
Does the next stage read more like after this test, that'll be an active mission or a deployment of this device rather than a larger scale test?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
What you can tell from looking through this, that they've done lots of testing. This is the first big field test, and a lot depends on how this goes. If it operates like it says it does, if Dr. L's hypothesis is correct, the hypothesis from Dr. L, from Lepis, remains unverified. But however, if these field tests go that they think they can, then it supports the possibility of they refer to as a large-scale neuromuscular disruption event. Further testing recommended once the D17 matrix core is delivered to the new testing site. Talks about stuff like that.
Okay.
There is a lot of information in here to go through. As you guys are parked and hiding and you're going through, you're almost overwhelmed by how much shit is in here.
Okay, and as I'm getting overwhelmed by the amount of information, I also want to kind of tear into the van a little bit. So I'm going to grab the toolbox and I'm going to start seeing if I can pull at the floorboards and see where these cords go. I want to see if I can unbolt the suspension mechanism that has this crystal containment unit bolted to the floor. I just want to see what the options are and what it's connected to.
Okay. Yeah, you get tools and you start doing that. Shutter, you're outside the van having a smoke after ditching Boiled Body Saints in there. And Derringer's cell phone rings again. And we'll see you next time.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I wanted to answer that so bad.
I know. What happens next, hey? Jesus.
Thank you for listening to another episode from Actual Play Entertainment. Please rate us, review us, and subscribe. If you liked what you just heard, give us 5 stars and tell your friends. If you didn't like it, then tell your enemies. You'll show them. And for more information and content, visit actualplayentertainment.com.
Hey, I'm role playing here.